I hope all you are doing good at home. Welcome to 10th class. All the best. Read well. After the lesson, please open your textbook or link and go through that. Now move to our syllabus. I am going to teach today third lesson, that is acids, bases and salts. What are acids? The substance which changes blue litmus into red is said to be an acid. Example here, HCl. HCl is nothing but a hydrochloric acid. Once again, the substance which changes blue litmus into red is known as acid. Example is HCl. Bases. The substance which changes red litmus into blue litmus is said to be a base. Now comes to the salts. When any acid reacts with a base, neutralizes and forms salt and water. For example, HCl, hydrochloric acid, reacts with sodium hydroxide, NaOH, gives rise to NaCl, NaCl plus H2O. Here, HCl is an acid and NaOH is a base. When both reacted, it neutralizes and forms a salt. Which salt? NaCl. That is known as edible salt or a cooking salt or a table salt plus water. This reaction is known as neutralization reaction. Here we got the definition of acids, bases and salts. The substance which changes blue litmus into red is said to be a acid, and the substance which changes red litmus into a blue is said to be a base. And when any acid reacts with a base, it forms salt and water. Clearly we got the definitions of acid, bases and salts. In this, to test whether it is acid or base, we are using a blue litmus and a red litmus. They are known as indicators. They are known as indicators. Blue litmus and red litmus are known as indicators. Not only this blue and red, we are using two more indicators, that is methyl orange and phenolphthalein. Methyl orange and phenolphthalein. They are known as synthetic indicators. Now, red cabbage, turmeric and hibiscus are known as a natural indicators. Indicator is a substance which shows whether it is an acidic substance or a basic substance when it is dipped in a substance. Blue litmus, red litmus, methyl orange, phenolphthalein, red cabbage, turmeric, all these are known as indicators. We got the definition of acids, bases, salts and indicators. You have studied in your 7th standard what is acid, base and a salt. In this present 10th class, you are going to study about the properties of acids, bases, acidic solution, basic solutions, and how they are used in our day-to-day life, and what are the products formed from this are also we are going to learn. Now let's move to the chemical property of our acids and bases. Students, now let's read about chemical properties of acids and bases. Here I took some sample solution to explain its chemical property, that is HCl, sulfuric acid, NaOH and KOH. What is HCl? Hydrochloric acid. What is H2SO4? Sulfuric acid. NaOH, sodium hydroxide, and KOH, K is a symbol of potassium. KOH is nothing but a potassium hydroxide. Red litmus, blue litmus, phenolphthalein and methyl orange are used as a indicators. When take 4 watch glasses, it is given in the form of activity in your textbook, activity 1, page number 34. Take 4 watch glasses. On first watch glass, drop 1 drop of a hydrochloric acid and it tested with a red litmus. If it is tested with a red litmus, we observe no change in its color. And same, when it is tested with a blue litmus, blue changes into the red. And when it is hydrochloric acid tested with the phenolphthalein, already it is a color. Phenolphthalein is a colorless solution, no change in its color. And when hydrochloric acid is tested with a methyl orange, it changes into a red. What we observed here, red litmus changes into the no change in its color, but blue litmus changes into red, and phenolphthalein no change, and methyl orange changes into the red. These are the indicators which we used to test hydrochloric acid, and we got the same result in the case of sulfuric acid. Now comes to the sodium hydroxide. When sodium hydroxide is tested with a red litmus, we observe that it is changes into a blue, and when it tested with the blue litmus, we observe no change in its color. And sodium hydroxide, when it tested with phenolphthalein, it is a colorless solution, changes into a pink, and methyl orange changes into a yellow. Same result we got in the case of potassium hydroxide. What we observed here, sodium chloride and sulfuric acid got the same result, and sodium hydroxide, potassium oxide, they are the acids and it is a base. So this is the first chemical property to test whether it is an acid or base by using the indicators. Here 4 samples I took. It is given in your textbook table 1. He took 9 samples, and remaining students, please you complete, and you know that OH indicates they are the basic substances. In basic medium, how the blue litmus, red litmus, phenolphthalein and methyl orange changes, already I explained you. Once again I will repeat. Red litmus changes into a blue in a basic medium, and blue litmus changes into red in a acidic medium. Phenolphthalein colorless in acidic medium, and phenolphthalein is pink color in basic medium. Methyl orange is in a red color in acidic medium, and methyl orange is in a yellow color in a acidic medium. By using that clue, you can complete the table 1. Please complete the table 1, then only you go to the other topic. Now let's move to the other topic, that is olfactory indicators. What are olfactory indicators? Students, next topic is olfactory indicators. I am reading from the textbook olfactory indicators. Activity 2. Put some finely chopped onions in a plastic bag along with some clean cloth. Tie up the bag tightly and keep it overnight in the refrigerator. The cloth strips can now be used to test for acid or a base. Check the odor of the cloth strips. Keep 2 strips on a clean surface and put a few drops of dilute HCl on one strip and few drops of a dilute sodium hydroxide on another. Rinse both the strips separately with the distilled water and again check the odor and note the observation. Here in the olfactory indicators, to describe and to explain what is olfactory indicator, activity is given. Is asking us to take few onions and chop into small pieces along with the cotton cloth. Complete you take in a plastic bag and tie it whole night, you keep in a refrigerator. When next day morning when we take out from the refrigerator, the cloth smells like a onion, and cut that cloth into 2 pieces. One it is dipped in hydrochloric acid, other is in a base. Which base? Any base. We are using here sodium hydroxide. After dipping, you rinse or clean with the water. After cleaning, just you smell this. The odor changes in acidic medium and basic medium. As it is changing its odor in acidic and basic medium, the onion is said to be a olfactory indicators. What is an olfactory indicator? The substance whose odor means smell. The substance whose odor changes in acidic or basic medium is known as olfactory indicator. What are olfactory indicator? Once again, the substances whose odor changes in acidic or a basic media are known as olfactory indicators. Here we are using an onion. Not only that, clove oil, clove means lavang, and we use a vanilla essence. You know very well, in baking the cakes they will use the vanilla essence, where egg is used to reduce the bad smell of the egg and to change its odor, give the good smell. We will use a vanilla essence. As it is changing the odor, the vanilla essence is also known as a olfactory indicators. Now you cleared about olfactory indicators. Now let's move to the other topic, that is reaction of acids and bases with the metals. We know very well that why acids and pickles are not stored in a metal containers. When you bring any acid, it is stored in a metals, and pickles also your mother, grandmother, whoever maybe they will prepare a pickles. And now it is a summer is a mango season, and mangoes are preferred to the pickles, and pickles never be stored in our metal containers. We prefer to store a pickles in a plastic or a glass jars. Why? Means it consisting of a acid, and that acid reacts with a metal. Let's see the activity. Here one activity is described. We are using materials, operators in this activity. What is our aim? Reaction of acids and bases with the metals. Here we are using a test tube. In that test tube, few pieces of a zinc granules. Zinc granules are nothing but a pieces, and it is closed with a single hole rubber cock. Through that rubber cock, we are passing a delivery tube, and other end of the delivery tube, one end is in a test tube and other end is in a beaker which consisting of a soap water. Slowly you add few drops of a HCl. HCl is nothing but a acid. Zinc is a metal. What is our aim? Acid reacts with the metals. So here we are using HCl is a acid and zinc is a metal. When a hydrochloric acid is added to zinc, slowly zinc dissolves in it, and how will come to the zinc dissolves? Bubbles. We can see the bubbles. That colorless bubbles and bubbles pass it through the delivery tube. Colorless gas will come out, bubbles will come out and pass it through the delivery tube, and it is collected in a soap water. And from that soap water also bubbles will form and colorless gas will come out. There you bring a burning candle, and we don't know that which colorless gas it is. If it is a color, easily we can identify with our names. Easily we can identify you or not. Same manner, if we have the color, easily it is very easy to identify the gas, but it is a colorless gas. To identify that colorless gas, we need to bring the burning candle or a burning matchstick. When it is brought near to that, it put off the flame with a pop sound. Thus we confirm that colorless gas is nothing but a which gas? Hydrogen gas. What you concluded from this? When a metal reacts with a acid, which gas is liberated? Hydrogen gas is liberated, and a salts are formed. I am writing the equation here. 2HCl plus Zn. HCl is nothing but a acid. Acid is reacting with metal and forms ZnCl2. ZnCl2 plus H2. What is ZnCl2? Salt. And what is H2? Hydrogen gas. How you are going to confirm that is hydrogen gas? Confirmation test is important for your 1 mark, and sometimes you will ask in your blanks also. If any burning candle or a matchstick, if it is put off with the pop sound, that the colorless gas is identified as a hydrogen gas. Once again I am repeating, reaction of acids and bases with the metals. Take a test tube and add few zinc granules. To that granules, 2 to 3 drops of a hydrochloric acid. Every time we have to use a dilute only, not a concentrate. To reduce its power, if it is mixed with the water, then it is said to be a dilute hydrochloric acid, and it is closed with a single hole rubber cock. Through that cock we need to pass a delivery tube. One end of delivery tube in a test tube, other end is in a beaker which consisting of a soap water. When zinc reacts with the hydrochloric acid, it forms a bubbles and colorless gas will come out, and the colorless gas passes through soap water. And how we will confirm that colorless gas is a hydrogen? If you bring a burning candle, it put off with a pop sound. Which sound, ma? Put off with a pop sound. Then if it is put off with a pop sound, then that colorless gas is identified as hydrogen gas. And you know my drawing skill. I am very poor in drawing. Try to adjust with this diagram, and a neat and well labeled diagram is given in your test book. Go through that activity and read. It is the most important for your 4 marks in Essay 1 and Essay 2. Reaction of acids and bases with the metals. Now you understood that why we should not store pickles in a metal container, because pickles contains the acid and it reacts with a metal. That is the reason why we are not preferred to store a pickles in a metal containers. Not only acids, bases also reacts with our metals. Now let us see how the base reacts with a metal. Sodium hydroxide is a base or not? How will you confirm sodium hydroxide is a base? Because it consisting of a OH. All the OH is said to be a bases. Now gives rise to Na2 ZnO2 plus H2. What is Na2 ZnO2? Is nothing but a sodium zincate. What is this? Sodium zincate. It is also a salt. And which gas is liberated? Hydrogen gas is liberated. Now it is clear. Any acid, When it reacts with a metal, it forms salt and liberates the hydrogen gas. Not only acids and bases also reacts with metals and liberates the hydrogen gas. So it is not preferred to store pickles in a metal containers. In two ways, you will ask the question. Reaction of acids and bases with metal. That is the one way of asking the question. And other way, why pickles are not stored in a metal container. Maybe you are cleared with that. I am going to move to third activity. Now we are going to discuss reaction of acids with carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates. What is the symbol of carbonates? CO3. CO3 is a symbol of carbonate. In this we are going to discuss how the acid reacts with carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonate. Metal hydrogen carbonate. In last activity we discussed that how the acid reacts with the metals and how the bases reacts with the metals. In this we are going to discuss how acid reacts with carbonates, metal hydrogen carbonate. Here we are using Na2CO3 is nothing but a sodium carbonate. Sodium is the metal, its atomic number is 11. Na2CO3 plus acid. Which acid we are using? HCl. HCl is nothing but a hydrochloric acid. Gives rise to NaCl plus H2O plus CO2. What is CO2? Carbon dioxide. H2O, water. NaCl, cooking salt, edible salt or a table salt. And NaHCO3, sodium hydrogen carbonate. Metal. Sodium is a metal. Metal hydrogen carbonate, HCl. In this reaction also it forms sodium chloride, water and carbon dioxide. Let me read the activity, page number 37. Activity 4. Take two test tubes, label them as A and B. Take about 0.5 grams of sodium carbonate in test tube A and about 0.5 grams of sodium hydrogen carbonate in test tube B. Add 2 ml of dilute HCl both the test tube. What do you observe? Pass the gas produced in each case through lime water. Lime water formula is calcium hydroxide solution as shown in the figure and record your observation. So what he described in the activity 4 is asking us to take two test tube. A rough diagram I will draw on the blackboard. Take two test tube, label them as A and B. It is labeled as A and B. Both the test tube 0.5 grams of metal carbonate, that is sodium carbonate, and another test tube 0.5 grams of a sodium hydrogen carbonate. Sodium hydrogen carbonate. And both the test tube we need to pass a acid. Which acid? HCl. Which acid? HCl. Take two test tubes, label them as A and B. In one test tube 0.5 grams of a sodium carbonate, in another test tube 0.5 grams of sodium hydrogen carbonate. Add a few drops of that is 2 ml of a hydrochloric acid drop by drop. What you observe here? Sodium carbonate as well as a sodium bicarbonate also reacts with the acid and forms salt, water and carbon dioxide. In this reaction also a colorless gas is formed. A colorless gas, how we will identify that colorless gas as a carbon dioxide? Pass a lime water through that gas. Lime water is nothing but a calcium hydroxide. Lime water is nothing but calcium hydroxide. A simple example, everyone aware of a soda water. When we prefer to drink a soda? When it is a indigestion, after your stomach is full, at that time you prefer to drink a soda. Some will prefer to add a lime in that, lemon in that. When as soon as the lemon is added, it turns into a milky white. This indicates that a gas is present in that. Why we will prefer to drink that soda? Gas helps us to digest our food, not all the gases, few gases. Already hydrochloric acid is present in our stomach which help us to digest our food. If it is in the indigestion or any heavy food like a biryani, if anything will consume, we will prefer to have a soda which consisting of a carbon dioxide. Adding a lime water to that, it converts into a milky white. So what is the conformation test for the carbon dioxide? Passing a lime water through that gas, it converts into milky white. If it is converted into milky white, that colorless gas is identified as a carbon dioxide. Once again I am repeating, sodium carbonate reacts with acid. What is our aim? Acid reacts with carbonates, and what it forms? Sodium chloride, water and carbon dioxide. Here we are using Na2CO3, that is a metal carbonate, sodium carbonate, and sodium hydrogen carbonate. When it reacts with the hydrochloric acid, it forms sodium chloride, water and carbon dioxide. You are cleared about a conformation test for the carbon dioxide. Student, now I explain what is the conformation test for carbon dioxide. When a lime water is passed through a carbon dioxide or any colorless gas, if it is converted into a milky white, the colorless gas is identified as a carbon dioxide. Already we studied two conformation tests. One is for hydrogen, other is for carbon dioxide. In last activity I explained what is the conformation test for the hydrogen. When a pop sound, burning candle put up with a pop sound, that is conformed as a hydrogen. If a lime water converts into milky white, that gas is conformed as a carbon dioxide. What is your generalization? Observe the equation and guess. In both carbonates and metal carbonate, what are the products formed? Sodium chloride, water and carbon dioxide. Salt, water and carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide which is formed in this equation, in this reaction, is reacted or passed with the lime water. What is the formula of lime water? Calcium hydroxide. It converts into calcium carbonate, CaCO3, calcium carbonate plus water. This is our fourth activity. Any carbonate or metal carbonate, metal hydrogen carbonate reacts with the acid, it forms salt, water and carbon dioxide. Salt, water, carbon dioxide. Next, move to the next topic. Neutralization reaction. Next topic is neutralization reaction. What is a neutralization reaction? Here you can see NaOH is nothing but a base. Base is reacting with HCl. What is HCl, Amma? HCl is nothing but acid. Base reacts with acid and forming as salt. What is H2O? Is nothing but a water. So this is known as a, so easy to remember what is a neutralization. When any base reacts with water, it forms salt and water. Sorry, when any base reacts with acid, it forms salt and water. This reaction is known as neutralization reaction. Example, NaOH plus HCl gives rise to NaCl plus H2O. NaOH is a base, is reacting with acid. Which acid? HCl. Gives rise to NaCl. What is NaCl? Salt. Plus H2O is nothing but a water. This is known as neutralization reaction. For neutralization reaction, a simple activity is described. That is asking us to take 2 ml of a sodium hydroxide in a test tube. 2 ml of a sodium hydroxide in a test tube. 2 ml of a sodium hydroxide in a test tube. To that we need to add HCl. Few drops of a HCl. When it is added, it forms salt and water, and this reaction is known as neutralization reaction. To explain the neutralization reaction, here they are using the indicators, that is a phenolphthalein. To sodium hydroxide, if we add phenolphthalein, it becomes a pink color, and by adding HCl, it becomes a colorless. So what you understand here, that when any acid is reacted with a base, it forms salt and water. That's why it becomes a colorless, and this reaction is known as neutralization reaction. Now students, let's move to the other topic. What is that other topic? Now we studied about acids, bases, salts, indicators. indicators. Olfactory indicators. Olfactory indicators. Olfactory indicators. And reaction of acids with metals. And reaction of acids with carbonates, metal hydrogen carbonates, metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates. Not only that, we discussed some indicators, new indicators, that is a methyl orange and phenolphthalein. Methyl orange and phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein is a colorless in acidic medium, and pink in basic medium. Methyl orange is red in acids, and methyl orange yellow in basic solutions, basic medium or in basic solutions. See, all these topics we discussed. What is an acid? The substance which changes blue litmus into red is said to be acid. What is a base? Red litmus changes into blue. Salts, acid plus base gives rise to salt and water. Indicator, the substance which indicates whether it is acidic substance or a basic. We used red litmus, blue litmus, methyl orange, phenolphthalein or indicators. You know about a blue and red litmus. Once again repeating, methyl orange is red in acidic medium and methyl orange yellow in basic medium. Phenolphthalein is a colorless in acidic medium and pink in a basic medium. Now we discussed about olfactory indicators, that is onions are the examples, good example for olfactory indicator. The substance whose odor changes in acidic or basic medium is known as olfactory indicators. Reaction of acids with the metals. Why pickles are not stored, how acid reacts with the metals, and which gas is liberated? Hydrogen gas is liberated. And we discussed about reaction of acids with metal carbonates, metal hydrogen carbonates. Not only that, we discussed about a neutralization reaction also. Neutralization. So all these topics we studied. Please students, go through the textbook or the link which is given by our madam and read. If you have any doubt, please SMS us and I am ready to answer that questions. Go through this topic. Okay, tomorrow we'll meet in a next session.